Good evening. How are you guys doing? Good, good, because there's a nice small group. We'll be able to really get some work done. So this is a good thing. This is a good thing. I think it's great. So, my name is John Gann. I am the former ED of CINE, and I am a filmmaker and a festival entrepreneur. I do lots of stuff. I'll give you my official log line later. But anyway, today's is a session about first impressions when you're going for a job. We're going to start with Kathy Jackalone, who is former VP of HR at Marriott and Solera and many large companies. She now consults. She was just yesterday at Hormel, where they saw how many pigs a day? 19,000 pigs a day. Wow. And she's a vegetarian, so when they offered her the Spam, she was like, no, thank you. She's going to talk about first impressions and things you should know, and about these playground personalities, which she will discuss further. I'm going to talk about pitching. Betsy and I come from the film world, in which you pitch projects all the time. You need to have an elevator pitch that's ready to go, that's one sentence long, et cetera. We're going to go over kind of how to write a film pitch, but then we're going to show you how to kind of convert that and how to write a personal statement for yourself. And I'm going to go through mine, et cetera, and kind of how I developed mine over the past few days. And then Betsy's going to talk about social media and cleaning up your social media act. Because I know you think that it's a cute little post today, but it might cost you a job tomorrow. So I'm going to start off with Kathy.
So there's 3 tips I want to make sure you guys take home with you tonight. The first one is when you're looking for work, make sure you do what you love to do. You need to be authentic, right? If you don't love what you do, people are going to see it. They're absolutely going to see it. And it's going to be on your face, in your work product, and just any kind of interactions that you have. People will see that you're probably not either having fun or loving what you do. So that's the first thing. The second thing is you need to save money early. Compound interest, so every 7 years, money doubles, right? And I'm a little nervous about the stock market these days because it's kind of wacky. So if you follow it, it's kind of scary that every day it's up 100 points. I watch tomorrow something bad happens. But it's nice to have some money because most of us stay in jobs because of the money. And it makes you more miserable because now you don't love what you do, but you feel like you have to stay. And so having a couple of months set aside for some safe harbor money is a good thing. And the third thing I want to make sure, which is where we'll talk a little bit about my playground personality, some of the theories I work with every day. The third thing is make sure you fit with the culture of the company. So what do I love? I love when people engage me. So shake my hand, ask me how I am, and I love the confidence. I like the tone of voice. I like the posture. I like people to feel and look confident. Confidence for me says, wow, because I can teach somebody how to move and navigate in a company, but I can't teach the confidence.
Your social media also says who you are. The problem is it's often saying who you are to your friends, to your family, trying to be an influencer. That's not necessarily always going to be as beneficial as you need it to be when you're getting a job. So that's the one thing. So especially today, I'm talking to you as someone who hires, as an employer, and as someone who looks at social media, what is beneficial. And I think sometimes we always think, especially something like Facebook, it's our friends, it's our family. I still have an aunt who thinks it's email, and every time she posts something, she thinks just I'm seeing it, not the whole world seeing it. I can't ever make her understand that's not the way Facebook works, but sometimes it can feel that way a little bit, that this is just a conversation we're having with friends. But it's out there, and you need to remember that, especially as you're going into this. And as an employer, what I'm looking for when I look at social media and your social presence and your feeds is your judgment. It is telling me who you are, but it's also telling me, kind of more about you and what you will be like as an employee. Do you post constantly? Do you post from credible sources? Do you seem to have knee-jerk reactions? Do you not have an unexpressed thought? Is everything going on Facebook? These are all things that I kind of know. I look at that and I say, can I trust this person? Trust is really the key word there, because when I hire you, you're going to be representing. So, if I hire you at CINE, you're representing CINE. And that's going on your LinkedIn profile. And it's probably going on your Facebook and your Twitter and anything like that. And if something happens, the first line is so-and-so is at CINE, and this is, so I need to know I can trust you. So that's something to be thinking about in the social, as you're looking at your social media feeds. Is this something that might give someone pause? Which can be tough to know, you know, but it's the thing, as you're looking at your feed, as you're looking at your Instagram feed, as you're looking at your Facebook page, something to always be thinking about is this something, you know, that will make someone, give someone that moment's hesitation? So if you have any thoughts about that, take it down, you know, or reset your privacy. If you're nervous at all about it, change your privacy settings, because know that employers are looking at this, and that is something to kind of be aware of. And also don't forget, I think there are little ways that our social feeds tell the story about us that we're not always thinking about. You know, every time you like something, that will, for example, if I like something on Twitter, a lot of times that will show up. If I say I'm interested in going to an event, that will show up. So sometimes it's not even just the things I'm writing about. It's not even the posts I'm sharing that are telling the story about me on social media. It's also the things I'm kind of just interacting with. That tells a story about you. So you need to make sure it's the story you want to be telling. And just be mindful also, because you know, you never know who might be seeing this, who might be interacting with it. You might put out something that you think is relatively innocuous, or it's funny, or it's an in-joke between you and your friends. But you don't know how someone else might react to that. You know, you might not know who might be offended by that and what the consequences of that might be.
Just be confident, really know about yourself. That single message is really important. And yeah.
So how do you want to give these out?
I don't know, how do you want to give them out? Well, you know, two people were brave enough to read their personal statements. I think 2 people get books. There you go. I think that's a good way to do it.
I'd be happy to sign them too.
Oh, even better. So come up and sign them for you. Thank you guys very much for coming on out. I appreciate it.